Who does Prince Harry think he is? My God, the cheek of the bloke. Rude about the royal family at every opportunity, for vast sums of money, of course, via his Netflix contract and his book Spare, which I can't bear to read. Read a bit of it, it's ghastly. But we now discover he thinks he should be entitled to stay at Kensington Palace whenever he graces this country with his presence, which is frankly too many times already. His father, the king, has quite rightly said that's not going to happen. If he wants to stay in a royal residence, he has to give notice in advance, he has to give notice to the king, and actually the chances are he's not going to get anywhere to stay because he can afford to stay in a hotel. He didn't seem to quite get what the Queen said when he took that advice from her before he and Meghan moved to America. You can't be half in and half out. You're royal or you're not. So Prince Harry, when he comes to this country, he can stay with his mates. And talking of Harry and Meghan, we discover from no greater royal authority than Jenny Bond. You remember her? She was the BBC's doyen of royal correspondence for many years. She's written a very informed, interesting piece where she says that Meghan and Harry, that's it. No chance whatsoever of a rapprochement with William and Kate. And according to Jenny Bond, it's Kate, frankly, the Princess of Wales as she is now, who's had enough. They have both closed their minds, according to Jenny Bond, to any prospect of a reunion, of patching things up, because they think things have gone too far, too badly, and there's been, frankly, too much bitterness. Kate, frankly, is, according to that article, we know it anyway, hurt by the damage that's been inflicted on her family by Meghan and Harry, whether it was the Oprah Winfrey interview, remember that? So they want no more to do with Meghan and Harry, which is pretty devastating really when you consider how close William and Harry used to be. Nobody will forget, will they, that iconic image of those two young boys walking side by side behind their mother's coffin in the funeral back in 1997. The images are etched on millions of people's minds. They were so close, but something came between them, and I think it's Meghan. In the OK article, Jenny Bond makes clear that an attempt was made at the funeral of Prince Philip. What better place to do it? We've all been there, haven't we? Families, funerals and weddings, it's the place to kiss and make up. Kate, we know, was talking to Harry. We saw her talking to Harry. William caught up and she skipped out of the way. But according to OK magazine via Jenny Bond, they had a major row and everything went horribly wrong. So I say to William and Kate, good, we don't want you to make up with them. All they want to do is cause trouble. And if they did start to confide in them all over again, how long before it features in Harry's latest book or in the next instalment, thrilling instalment of the Netflix documentary all about attacking our royal family? So a bad week again, in my view, for Harry and Meghan. No room at the inn for Harry when he comes back to England. No room at all.
Welcome to Harry and Meghan Tales, the place where we celebrate truth, resilience, and the journey of two people who dared to write their own story. I'm Adrian, and today we're diving into yet another unwarranted attack on Prince Harry, this time courtesy of Andrew Pierce. Instead of recognising Harry for the dedicated veteran, humanitarian and devoted family man he is, critics like Pierce continue to paint him as entitled simply for wanting to visit his own home. But here's the real question. Why is Harry constantly under fire for choosing happiness, independence and mental well-being? Who does Prince Harry think he is? This question, often asked with a hint of scepticism or even disdain, is one that fundamentally misses the mark. It's a question that attempts to reduce a complex individual to a simplistic caricature. It's a question that seeks to confine Prince Harry to a predetermined box, ignoring the multifaceted nature of his journey and the depth of his character. This question is not just misguided, it's designed to diminish rather than to understand. It overlooks the many layers that make up who Prince Harry truly is. By asking such a question, we ignore the complexities of his journey, the trials he has faced, and the growth he has undergone. We overlook the depth of his character and the richness of his experiences. It's a question designed to diminish, not understand. It's a question that seeks to belittle rather than to appreciate the full scope of his life and contributions. We've watched Prince Harry grow from a grieving boy, who lost his mother at a tender age, to a dedicated soldier who served his country with honour. He has evolved into a passionate advocate for mental health, veterans' issues, and numerous other causes. He is also a loving husband to Meghan Markle and a devoted father to their children. His roles are many, and each one adds a layer to his identity. To reduce him to his royal title is to disregard the experiences that have shaped him. It's to ignore the sacrifices he has made and the resilience he has shown in the face of adversity. It's to overlook the courage it took to step away from royal duties to carve out a new path for himself and his family. It's to ignore the sacrifices made and the resilience shown. Instead of questioning who he thinks he is, perhaps we should ask a different question. Who is Prince Harry beyond the titles and the expectations? What drives him? What are his passions? And what are his dreams? Who is Prince Harry when he is not in the public eye? The answer, as we will explore, is a man of immense courage, compassion and unwavering commitment to making the world a better place. He is someone who has used his platform to bring attention to important issues, to advocate for those who cannot speak for themselves, and to make a tangible difference in the lives of many. He is a man who has shown that titles and expectations do not define a person. It is their actions, their choices, and their character that truly matter. Let's abandon the reductive questions and embrace the full picture. Let's appreciate Prince Harry for who he is, not just for the role he was born into, but for the man he has chosen to become. Born into the spotlight, Prince Harry has never known a life outside public scrutiny. From the moment he was born, cameras followed his every move, capturing both his public and private moments. From a young age, he understood the weight of royal duty. The expectations placed upon him were immense, and he was constantly reminded of his role within the monarchy. He witnessed firsthand the power and responsibility that came with his lineage. Observing his parents and grandparents, he learned the importance of service and dedication to the nation. His dedication to service, however, extends far beyond ceremonial appearances. He has always been passionate about making a real difference in people's lives. Prince Harry chose to serve his country in the military, completing 2 tours of duty in Afghanistan. This decision was not made lightly, as it involved significant personal risk. This decision, fraught with danger, speaks volumes about his character. It demonstrated his willingness to step out of his comfort zone and face the same challenges as any other soldier. He didn't seek special treatment or shy away from risk. Instead, he embraced the rigorous training and the harsh realities of military life. He stood shoulder to shoulder with his comrades, facing the same perils, embodying the true meaning of courage under fire. His actions earned him the respect and admiration of his fellow soldiers. This experience undeniably left an indelible mark on him. It shaped his perspective on life, service, and the importance of standing up for what is right, no matter the cost. Prince Harry's commitment to service didn't end on the battlefield. His journey of service evolved into a mission that transcended his military duties. He channeled his experiences and his platform to become a powerful advocate for veterans, mental health awareness, and the well-being of those who have served their countries. His dedication to these causes is evident in his relentless efforts to bring attention to the struggles faced by veterans and the needs of vulnerable communities worldwide. Whether it's visiting community centres or engaging with children in vulnerable communities, Harry's presence brings hope and visibility to those who need it most. He co-founded the Invictus Games, an international sporting event for wounded, injured and sick servicemen and women. This initiative not only provides a platform for these brave individuals to showcase their resilience, but also highlights the importance of rehabilitation and recovery. This initiative alone speaks volumes about his empathy and his dedication to uplifting others. The Invictus Games have become a symbol of strength, perseverance and the unbreakable spirit of those who have served. Through the Royal Foundation, he championed causes close to his heart, focusing on issues that often go unnoticed. His work with the Foundation has led to significant strides in various charitable endeavours, working tirelessly to break down stigmas surrounding mental health. By speaking openly about his own experiences and encouraging others to do the same, He has helped to create a more accepting and understanding environment for those struggling with mental health issues. He used his voice to amplify the stories of those often marginalized, ensuring that their struggles and triumphs are heard by a wider audience. His advocacy has brought much-needed attention to the challenges faced by these communities, demonstrating a depth of compassion rarely seen in such public figures. His genuine care and concern for others have made a lasting impact, showing that true leadership is about serving others and making a difference in their lives. Prince Harry's decision to step back from royal duties, alongside his wife Meghan Markle, sent shockwaves through the world. What many interpreted as a rejection of tradition was, in reality, a courageous act of self-preservation. Imagine for a moment a son who, after enduring immense emotional strain, seeks solace and understanding from his family. Instead of finding support, he encounters resistance, judgment, and a disheartening lack of empathy. This, sadly, mirrors the experience of countless families navigating complex dynamics. The desire to protect one's own well-being, to build a life free from constant scrutiny, is a universal human need. At the end of the day, this isn't about royal protocol. This isn't about entitlement. This is about a toxic cycle where men like Andrew Pierce profit off tearing down Prince Harry while ignoring the bigger